vulnerable population inhabiting in Telangana region, Adilabad district, especially in Utnur area. Here, I would like to bring to the notice of the people of India and officials that the Thoti name itself is a wrong, coined by the British administrators and ethnographers. They claim that they are the Birdu, not the Thotis. The Thoti name is evolved by way of the ladies' profession in tattooing. It is observed that it has been written that they are the beggars, which is also a wrong statement. And they have been also documented that they are the subsection of pradhans, which is also wrong. So these are some of the observations during my field work I have observed and noted, and bringing it to the notice of the higher authorities to change their name from Thoti to Birdu. Hastinapuri was ruled by Ando Rishi, whose sons were Kauravas. From Kauravas sprang up 6 tribes: Vaisvarja, Gottiya Gond, Ravan Gond, Madiya Gond, Dadwe Gond, Bil Gond, and Sondev. So, here it is mentioned that the Thotis were the descendants of the last tribe, that is from Sondev Gond. So, it is very much clear the present Thoti is originated from the Gonds. Let us look into the ethno-history of the Thoti tribe. Risley in 1916 had described the Thoti as a sub-tribe of Pradhans, but it is difficult to confirm this, though these two tribes are identical in their traditional relationship to Rajgons as ritual beggars. This statement is totally wrong because Pradhans are different and Thotis are different. And moreover, the Thotis are not the beggars, which we will be discussing further. Fear Hammondorf in 1978 mentions that the name Thoti is based upon the traditional occupation of their women, which is tattooing. On the basis of the occupation, they are also known as Pacha Botlu Vandlu or Chukka Bottu Vandlu. They are also known as Birdu. Here I would like to clarify you that Pradhans and Thotis are totally different endogamous groups. The Pradhans originated from Pandavas. The Thoti originated from the Kauravas. So here there is a clear-cut demarcation. Pradhans are different and Thoti are a different tribe. They are not also the beggars. The Thoti are the beggars. It has been written in the document. It is wrong. We will be discussing about the Thotis people's perception, what they say about the beggars.
This is the Nishani Thoti tribal village. The village is situated in the midst of the forest, surrounded by high peaks, which you can observe here. This is the aerial view of the village. The villages are relatively small with 30 to 50 households. The villages are heterogeneous with other tribes such as Gonds, Pradhans and Kolams. The Thoti lost their traditional typical house structure because of the rehabilitation by the forest department in the present location. Presently, a house of a Thoti consists of a single room with bamboo or wooden stick walls, sometimes covered with the waste plastic sheets. The roof is thatched with the locally available grass. All the supporting structure is made of bamboo or wood collected from the adjacent forest. Only few houses have the roof slopes in front of the house. The houses has no windows except one entrance door. Majority of the houses doesn't have the doors also. They divide the house into two portions and use one corner for cooking and another corner for living.
ఇది ఇట్లా పొడుస్తాం కదా, దానికి తెలుగులో ఏమంటారు? పొడుస్తారని. కోయని ఏమంటారు? కొక్కంతేరు అంటారు. మరటిలో ఏమంటారు? తోచుతారంటారు. ఇది తోచుతారు అనే పదం తోటి అని
వచ్చేసింది. తోస్తారు అనేది తోటిగా మారిపోయింది. అప్పుడు
The Thoti women dress consists of generally of a saree, a small loin cloth, and in some areas also bodice. The old women wear a sari in a traditional way like a Brahmin woman, which you can observe here. The younger women conform more to the style of a dress of a common among the caste people. The men wear dhoti, pants and shirts. Only older men wear a traditional dress consists of a dhoti and a turban.
From them. ఐమండార్ఫ్ మీరు చూసినారు కదా, ఆయన చూసి మీ మీద ఏం రాసున్నారంటే మీరు ప్రధానిలో ఒక తెగ అనేసి రాసున్నారు, ఒక సబ్ కాస్ట్ అనేసి రాసున్నారు. అది ఎంతవరకు సబబ్ అనేది మీరు చెప్పగలుగుతారా? మీరు ఒప్పుకుంటారా దానికి?
దానికి ఒప్పం చాలా. ఎట్లా ఒప్పుతాం? ఇక మనము గుండులకు సంబంధం మేమున్నాము. మేము అది రాజగోండ్ తన బిరుదుగోండ్ మేము బిరుదుగోండ్ తోటి అంటారు. కానీ రాజగోండ్లకు మేమే సంబంధం. దేవర ముంగట కథ చెప్తాం, ఏదైనా బాధకు ఉన్నాం అంత ఉన్నాం. కానీ ఆడు ఇక మాకు తెగనట్టు చేసి ఇక మాకు ఇక ఆడు అల్లమత్ ఉన్నాడని చెప్తే అది దేవుడు
ప్రధాన్ అనేదానికి మీరు వీళ్ళు ప్రధానికి మీరు మీకు వాళ్ళకి సంబంధం లేదని ఎలా చెప్పగలుగుతారు?
ఇండ్ల వాళ్ళు గింతలేరు సార్.
ఎట్లా?
భాషలో మా అన్న రాదు. మా అన్న వాడు మేము ఎంత మాట్లాడినా ఏదన్నా వకీల్ పాయింట్ అంతట అది ఎస్టీ అన్న రాడు సార్. అది
ప్రధాన్ అనేవాడు ఎస్టీలో వచ్చేలేదా?
వాడు రాదు.
మరాఠీ వాళ్ళ భాష, వాళ్ళ వేష భాష వేరే.
These are the statues of Professor Hammendorf and Mrs. Hammendorf. Professor Hammendorf extensively worked among the tribals of Central India and Andhra Pradesh. His well-known works are the Gonds and also the different tribes of Central India and Andhra Pradesh regions.
ఎట్లా లెక్క ఉంటది? బామునుడు ఇప్పుడు మన పెద్ద పంచగం అట్లా మేము చెప్తే అట్లా సీదా మాకు బిచ్చం ఇచ్చిగా బిచ్చం ఇచ్చినాము అని ఏమో సమాధం అయిపోయాడు. మేము అందులో పుట్టి అందులో పెరిగి మాట ఒకటే, భాష ఒకటే, నడక ఒకటే, దేవర ఒకటే, అంత కథ చెప్పుడు మేము ముంగట నడుచుడు దేవర ముంగట. కానీ ఇక
ఐ వాంటెడ్ టు బ్రింగ్ ఇన్ టు ది notice of the many of the scholars which has written by the Professor Hammendorf and many other British administrators that they have wrongly written the ethnographic data. That has to be rectified now, the Indian anthropologists and ethnographers. So many of the here he has referred that Thotis as a caste, but they are not Thotis as a caste tribe. They claim Birdu-Gond. They claim the status of the Birdu-Gond, not as the Thoti. The Thoti name given by the Hammendorf and other scholars itself is wrong, because there is a clear evidence. The clan names, the parities which these people are having the same as Rajgonds and Gonds. These people are the official priests for the Gonds, and whatever the ceremonies, functions, whatever the rituals are performed, these people are officiating for the functions. In turn, they are giving the gifts in the name of rice or wheat, whatever it may be, the giving as a gift. They are accepting it, and that as a for their livelihood. See, they say that like a Brahmin officiating to Hindus and accepting the gifts from the Hindus by a Brahmin, it doesn't mean that he is a beggar. Brahmin is a beggar. In the same way, these are the people who are the official priests for the gods. And if the accepting of these gifts doesn't mean that they are the beggars. See, these are some of the things, writing wrong thinking, not going for the field work, taking the data from others without primary source information, writing the reports like this they are condemning. And he himself telling that he has seen the Heimandorf and he has visited only one time and he has contacted them in Utnur function. And according to him, he never visited the Thoti villages. And he has written a statement which is really depriving the status of these bridge-bound people who are actually called as wrongly written as a Thoti and also wrongly written as the beggars and wrongly written as they are the subcaste of sub-tribe of Pradhans. So these are some of the things which I wanted to bring into the notice of the people of India to correct this document which has been submitted by the British anthropologists and many other ethnographers. Even Indian ethnographers also noted wrongly. This shows that if you are not aware, you don't write. If you wanted to write, go to the people, do the ethnographic observations, participant observation, then only you prepare the ethnographic data, ethnographic notes, you write the thesis. Otherwise, wrong data is giving. It will affect the sentiments of the people of India. So, and you can say that these people, Bridge-gone, is higher than the Rajgons or any other gons. Like Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaisya and Sudra, who have the caste hierarchy. Like this, among this region, among the gons, the Bridge-gone is the highest, then Rajgon, Maurya-gone, and different type of gons will be becoming subsectarians. That is my field observation which I have made where I have travelled Chhattisgarh, Central India, Bastar and Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh. This is my observation which I have observed. The Bridge-gone is the highest in the status because they are the officiating priest for all the performance and for all the rituals. They are the people who tells about the history and the origin of the human population and the origin of the God, birth of the earth, birth of the sun, moon, water and the earth, and Brahma and Shiva and marriage also. Yesterday I observed in that village, he is telling about the Shiva Parvati marriage and all these things, if you look into it, they are the officiating priests for the gods. Compared to the social structure, they will be coming on the top of the gods. That is my observation as an anthropologist. The constitution should consider that Thoti is equal to Bridge God. That is the classification name should be changed according to the people's person. Nalven Saga. Okay.
Siven Saga. Sarven Saga. Yedven Saga.
4 sagas are there. ఆ 4 sagas లో ఒక్కొక్క సగా వచ్చి మళ్ళా దాంట్లో గోత్రాలుగా డివైడ్ అవుతుంది. ఏర్వేన్ సగా
చెప్తాం, చెప్తాం
కరెక్ట్ అయింది, కరెక్ట్ చెక్ చేసుకున్నా. ఇప్పుడు మీరు చెప్పింది 4 sagas కరెక్ట్. ఒక్కొక్క సగా వచ్చి ఏర్వేన్ సగాలో మళ్ళా చిన్న చిన్న గోత్రాలుగా డివైడ్ అయినాయి. ఇంటి పేర్లు ఇవి.
ఇంటి పేరు అవి.
ఇప్పుడు 7 సగా అన్నప్పుడు 4 సగాల్లో ఉన్నాయి.
ఇవి గోత్రాలు అంటారు వీటిని.
ఈ సగాలు
సగాలు
గోత్రాలు ఏమో ఒక్కొక్క పాడికి ఇప్పుడు 4 సగం ఉన్నది. 4 సగాలు ఎన్నో రకాల పాడిలు ఉన్నాయి అన్నట్టు. అందరికి 4 సగాలు వర్తిస్తాయి గోత్రాలు.
సరే, ఈ 7వ సగాలో ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయో చెప్పగలుగుతావా?
అవును సార్.
ఉమ్మల్ గుడిదే మల్లె సింగ్ శ్రీశేఖర్ రాయితాడు.
మాది
మా మన్నిం పడుతుంది.
ఏడువేన్ సగా. మీది 7 సగా. ఈ పక్కన మీరు కొంచెం దూరం మీరు వచ్చేస్తారు. ఎవరు మాట్లాడతారో వారిది రికార్డ్ చేస్తాం. ఎవరైనా ఉన్నాయి, ఎవరు ఒకరు చెప్తే చాలు. 7 సగాలో ఏ చెప్పండి, అక్కడ చూసి చెప్పేసి 7 సగాలు
8ವೆನ್ ಸಗ 20ವೆನ್ ಸಲ್ಲೆ ಕಾಲಿಯಾಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಗುಮಾಲ್ ಗುಣಿ ಮೆಸ್ರಾಮ್
ಮಾಮ ನಿಮ್ದು ಉದಸಿ ಮಾಮ
ಸಗತ್ ವಾ ತರ್ತಾರ
ಆಟ ರೊಕ್ಕಣೆ ಇಸ್ತಾರೆ ಲೋಲಿಗಿ ಮಾಡಿ
पुरकाल वेडमाल मेसराम
ಸರ್ವೇನ್ ಸಗಲ್
सार्वेन सगत
ಸರ್ವೇನ್ ಸಗಲ್
Marriage plays an important role in kinship networks of Thoti. Generally, the boy's parents put forward the proposal and start negotiations. After the successful negotiation, marriage is usually performed in the house of the bridegroom. The Thoti follow strict endogamy at community level. One do not marry outside the community. The community endogamy is commonly approved and sanctioned by the Thoti society, the breach of which is considered the breach of law. The sanctions may range from excommunication from tribe or from village. Consanguineous marriages between parallel cousins, that is, among brothers' children or among sister children, are prohibited. Cross-cousin marriages like father's sister's daughter, mother's brother's daughter are more common, and occasionally maternal uncle niece marriages are also observed. Surrogate is socially approved in the Thoti society. Levirate is in vague. The preferential method of acquiring a mate among the Thoti is by negotiations, which involves long procedure depending upon the talk of the either party. Payment of bride price exists among the Thoti society, and it is called as Oli, which is paid to the parents of the bride both in terms of cash or in kind. Depending on the economic status of the parents, the amount of bride price varies from one family to another family.
Marriage is called Kaje Cobra Marme. Love marriage is called Pisota. Marriage by capture exists among them, and it is called as Pirsi Wat Se Marmite. And marriage by voluntary is called as Sivar Vatu. Vata. Sivar Vata. Vata. And marriage by service is called as Lamse Lam Sade. And the divorce and remarriage is allowed. Widow and widow remarriage is also allowed, and it is called as Pata. Pata. The Thoti observe pollution for a period of 7 to 9 days after the death of an individual. The Thoti seek the opinion of the family members of the deceased whether they wanted to bury or cremate the dead body. Accordingly, they perform the death ceremony. The Thoti carry the corpse on a stretcher made of bamboo poles, and all relatives participate in the death ceremony. On the 7th or the 9th day, they perform the final rites, which is called as Pedda Karma, and the feast is also given on that day to all the relatives.
In the Thoti society, father is the head of the family. Descent is patrilineal or agnatic descent. Inheritance of property is through male line. The rules of residence is patrilocal. Traditional joint families were common, but nowadays the nuclear families are predominant. All sons share the property equally, that is male equigeniture. Monogamy is the rule, but polygamy is also observed occasionally. The father or eldest member of the family enjoys the authority. Full authority rests in the hands of the male members. Thoti have both affinal and consanguineal relationships. Cognates are traced in male line and referred as agnates. The Thoti maintains cordial relations with their kins and use specific terms to refer relationship between the individuals and address them accordingly.
ప్రసవం అంతా ఎక్కడ చేస్తారు? ప్రసవం అంతా ఎక్కడ చేస్తారు? ఇక్కడే చేస్తారా ఊర్లోనే? దాయి ఉందా? చేసేవాళ్ళు ఎవరు చేస్తారు? ఎక్కడ ఉంది?
ಇದು ಕಟ್ಟಿಂತಮಂತ ದವಾಖಾನದ ಹೋಗ್ತಿಂತ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪೆಟ್ಟಿ ಚೂರಿಗೆ ಪೆಟ್ಟಿ ಡಲಿಕ್ಕಿಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಮತ್ತೆಗೆ ರೋಣಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ ಸಿಲತೆ ಕಟ್ಟಿಂತ ಮತ್ತೆಗೆ ದವಾಖಾನತೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದೆ
పొట్టు కోసేది,
దానికి కట్టేది,
దానికి ఏం కట్టేది 11వ రోజు వరకైతే ఆ బొడ్డు లారి పడే వరకు మా దాంట్లో మేము మంచంలో పడుకోబెట్టాం.
బయట ఉంటుంది,
అది వర్షాకాలం గాని, చలికాలం గాని, ఎండాకాలం. అక్కడ పాములు వచ్చినా, తేలు వచ్చినా
కిందనే ఉండాల్సింది. నేల మీదనే, చాపకి ఏం లేదు. సో దాంట్లో ఏమేమి చేస్తారు?
21 రోజు, నెల 15 రోజులకు కూడా పెట్టుకుంటారు.
ఎవరు పెడతారు?
మామ వాళ్ళు,
మేనమామ, first puberty ceremony is called as Dagrata. Dagrata is we will find out how it Dagrata is. Dagrata అయిన తర్వాత ఎన్ని రోజులు అమ్మాయిని బయట పెడతారు, ఏమేమి చేస్తారు చెప్తారు?
5 రోజులు
నేల మీదనే పండుకోవాలి. అంటే బయట ఉంటుంది, ఇంట్లో లోపల ఉంటుందా? 5 రోజులు అయిన తర్వాత మళ్ళీ ఏం చేస్తారు?
నీళ్లు పోసిన తర్వాత కుడుకలు మొత్తం ఊరి వాళ్ళకి చెప్తారు. ఆడవాళ్ళకు మా ఇంట్లో అమ్మాయి ఇట్లా పుష్పది మన అంటే వాళ్ళు కుడుక, బెల్లం లేకపోతే బిస్కెట్లు తీసుకొస్తారు. అది చేసి ఉన్నవాడు భోజనం చేసుకుంటారు, భోజనాలు పెట్టుకుంటారు. లేకపోతే ఏం లేదు.
అంటే వాళ్ళ మేనమామ ఏదైనా ఫంక్షన్ will be held for after 5 days she has to be secluded from the house. She has to sleep on the floor only. She is not allowed to sleep on the mat. After 5th day they will be giving a ceremonial bath to her, and a new class will be given by the maternal uncle, and all the households from different households, they will bring the sweets and savories and they will give as a gift. And those who are well off, they will give a feast to all the people in that house. So then she will be taken. Used to do different kind of occupation. They are not, even today they are not agricultural community, they are not a peasant community. Still they are depending on the different kind of minor forest produce collection from the forest. The main subsistence of economy of Thoti is food gathering and telling the fortune of the people and performing different type of rituals and festivals for the gone tribe. The loss of the forest and the dependency on the forest for food gathering was reduced to a greater extent. Thoti livelihood is mainly based on the agricultural labor, forest labor, and in the construction of laying of roads. Few of them still following the traditional occupation of officiating as priests to the gods. Very few women are still following the tattooing as their main occupation. The conditions of the Thoti living is very pathetic. The Thoti are caught in a situation where they are on the one hand lost command over their natural resources, and now they are unable to take command over the new resources at their disposal on the other hand. Future of the people, still they are to have their own Kul Panchayat. It is called as Panchat. So in this Kul Panchayat they will be disposing all the cases which related to within the village itself. Now let us find out who is the head of the village and how they will be called. పంచాయత్ పెద్ద ఎవరు? పెద్దనేమని పిలుస్తారు?
పాటలు అంటారు.
పాటలలో ఆయన కింద ఎవరుంటారు?
పాటలను కింద దేవరి.
ఆయన కింద కార్బారి. ఆయన కింద కార్బారి కింద అన్ని ఇండ్లలో హెడ్స్
రైతులు.
సో పాటల యొక్క పని ఏంటి?
పాటలన పని ఏంటిదంటే ఎవరన్నా తప్పు జరిగిందా, లేకపోతే రేపు ఏదన్నా పండుగ చేసేది ఉందా, లేకపోతే ఎవరిదన్నా పెళ్లి విషయం మాట్లాడేది ఉందా, ఎవరైనా చెడిపోతున్నారా.
We call the head of the village as Patlal, and he is the chief of the village. The office of the Patlal is hereditary. Patlal is succeeded by his son. The Patlal is assisted by Devari and he is assisted by Karbari. All the heads of the families in the village are the members of the Panchayat. As though it is a monolithic leadership structure, but our Panchayat system functions on democratic way. The decisions are governed by the majority opinion of the family heads in the village. Thoti law is based on the clans organization. It has territorial limitations. One, Patlal cannot interfere the matters of other village, but he is referred by Patlal of other village when the latter has experienced in dealing those types of disputes. Thoti's law is based on the customary law and usages. A strong sense of collection prevails in their law. The oath and the ordeal are main mode of evidence. Punishment is awarded in the shape of fine, compensation to the aggrieved party, communal fees, etc., depending upon the seriousness of the crime and the capability of the person concerned. The collected fine is usually spent in giving communal fees or as an offering to the supernatural power of appeasing them. The most serious punishment among the Thoti is excommunication from the tribal village.
ఆ విధంగా ఇంటి దేవత ఆ విధంగా ఏమైనా ఉన్నారా? దాని గురించి కావాలి.
ఉన్నది సార్. మా కుల దేవత పెర్సాపేన్. అది ఎవరి సగకు వాళ్ళకు ఉంటది అన్నట్టు. 7,000 సగకు 7,000, 4,000,
4 రకాల
ఎవరి వాళ్ళకు. అది కుల దేవత.
ఇప్పుడు ఒకటి అడుగుతాను,
4
సగాకి ఎవరు ఉంటారు?
7,000 సగకు అది ఇందుకు బతాలు తిట్టి నాకు రాయితాడు అంటారు సార్. బిరుదు రాయితాడు
దేవుడా?
దేవుడు 7,000 సగకు చెందింది.
బిరుదు రాయితాడు.
కోయితుడు ఇంటారు, నమ్మటింటారు.
బిరుదు రాయితాడు.
ఇది 7,000 సగకు సంబంధం.
రెండో వారికి సార్వేన్ సగకు
సుంగాల్ తురుపు రాయ్ సుంగాల్ తురుపు
సుంగాల్ తూర్పు రాయ్ బండార్
సీవెన్ సగకు తీరజ్యోతి కట్టి 4 కూడా బిరుద్ అనేది అచ్చుడే
బిరుద్ వాళ్ళం కావచ్చు.
తర్వాత
హీరాజ్యోతి మాడుకో
బిరుదు రాయితాడు.
మాడుకో ఇది సీవెన్ సగకు బిరుదు రాయితాడు. ఇది 4,000 సగదేమో కాటికొలాసూర్ జైతూర్ బిరుదు రాయితాడు.
ఇది వాళ్ళ కుల ఒక్కొక్క దీనికి ఒక్కొక్క ఓకే.
ఇక మా ఊరికి మేము ఎప్పుడు కూడా 2 ఇండ్ల ఊరున్నా 10 ఇండ్ల ఊరున్నా కూడా కొలిసేది ఆకిపేన్, గాబూరి, అవ్వాల్ పేన్,
భీమాల్ పేనా
సంచి భీమాల్
సంచి
భీమాల్ ఇది ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి వర్తిస్తుంది. మహాలక్ష్మి
మహాలక్ష్మి పేన్
ఎన్నో రకరకాల
రాజు
కంటే ఆకాడి
రాజుల్ పేన్ అంటే మళ్ళా ఏ టైంలో ఏ ఫెస్టివల్స్ చేస్తారు?
ఇప్పుడు ఇది ఆకి పెయిన్ ఉంది కదా సార్, గాబురి ఆకి అనేది. ఇప్పుడు ఈ మే నెలకేమో ఈ పెరస ఎవరి గోత్రాల వాళ్ళకు వీళ్ళ ఈ మే నెలకే జరిపిస్తాం, పున్నం నుంచి లాస్ట్ వరకు. జూన్ తర్వాత జూలైకు ఫస్ట్ ఆకడి అనేది మాకు
రాజుల పేరు
ఈ జోడ రాజులు గాబురి ఆకి దీనికి పూజ చేస్తారు. ఏదైనా విత్తనాలు చూయించేది కానీ ఏదైనా
విత్తనాలు వేసేటప్పుడు ఏదైనా పూజ చేస్తారా మీరు?
చేస్తాం.
ఆ పూజ ఏమంటారు?
దానికి మొహతూర్ అంటారు.
మొహతూర్
విద్రి మొహతూర్
విగ్రి మోతూర్
విద్రి
విద్రి మోతూర్. సో సీడ్లింగ్ చేసేటప్పుడు దాన్ని విగ్రి మోతూర్ మళ్ళీ హార్వెస్ట్ కోసేటప్పుడు
దానికి విద్రి మోతూర్ తర్వాత విత్తనం పోసిన తర్వాత అది మొలకెత్తు, అప్పుడు పాండవులు కని చేస్తాం. పాండవులకు చేస్తాం. పాండవులకు అయిన తర్వాత అది పూతకు వచ్చినప్పుడు పుంగారు పోరి అని చేస్తాం.
ఫ్లవరింగ్ వచ్చినప్పుడు
పుంగారు పోరి అని చేస్తాం.
పుంగారు పోరి
తర్వాత అది ముదిరి తినేదానికి దగ్గరికి వచ్చినప్పుడు హూడా పేనుక అంటాం.
హూడా పేనుక
ఇక కోసేటప్పుడు కొయ్యి వాళ్ళ
ఉండు ఒక చేస్తావా? స్టార్ట్ చేస్తావా? బాయ్ కిక్రీ
మున్నట మీరాబాయి ఖీక్రీ,
దీని పేరు ఖుజ్జా. ఈ వీటి పేరు ఏమి చెప్పండి? ఏదో చెప్పుకుంటారు.
ఏదో కోడకెల్కో
దిస్ ఈస్
ఏవో
Koda. This is the traditional musical instrument used by the Thoti people, which is fast diminishing, and it is one of the rich cultural heritage of India. This generation, 1, 2, and these 3 people only knows about the instrumentation, and it is very important to preserve this cultural heritage. Once this generation they will die, there is no question of this musical instrument. This is an age-old instrument. From generations it is coming. Once it is gone, these people died, there won't be anybody. So I request the government of India and the policy makers to spend and to encourage such a type of indigenous musical instruments to be preserved for future of India. Musical instrument, they have Brahma, they consider this is Brahma, this is Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. These 3 will control the tune, and any god coming from outside, it will be eliminated. He says that it is a very powerful instrumentation, that it will take away all the evils, and also it is the dominant god. Whenever a procession comes, it is one of the biggest and highest god. If you go on making with this one, what is called Costa, Pilanto, Costa means no god will be coming to them. So this is the way most of the Gons and other caste people also make use of these people's services for the protection of themselves. Now we are going to have different type of indigenous musical instruments used by the Indian aborigines. Now we will have this musical instrument, how he is going to perform. Please. They believe that Lord Shiva has given them. This is called as Dakki. He is called also Damarakam. This is given by the Lord Shiva to them. This is called as pepre, which is one of the traditional musical instrument. This is called bonga. This is another musical instrument. Now they are going to float it. This is one of the songs. After the death, this spirit will take birth again, and at that time they will be worshipping for the night, entire night. During that time, they will be inviting the dead spirit of the person who has died. This is one of the songs of the song. The birth of a child, the 7th day or the 5th day, they will perform a Birdu ceremony. During the Birdu ceremony, they will sing the songs for the Birdu performing ceremony. This is the song sung at the before marriage. They will be sung this song. The song name is Pedig Tangwal. So it will be sung by inviting that maternal uncle's daughter, you give me, and I will give my son. That is what this is requesting the maternal uncle to give their child in getting marriage. That is the song. Doswal song sung at the time of the bride going in getting marriage with the bridegroom, that she is leaving the mother's place and going to the bridegroom's place in getting the marriage. At that time this song will be sung. Called Adeva Bodeva. The song is sung after the marriage. The bride will be left in the uncle's place, that is husband's place, and the people will be the mothers and the father and other kinsmen will be coming back to the home. At that time the song will be sung with the bride and bridegroom, that I am leaving you, my daughter, in your place. Please take care of you. God bless you. Like this, the song will be sung by these people. Oh.
Babu Sakaya Tana Yare Babu
Deda song. The song is sung at the time of marriage. It's a unique song performed by this community for the marriage celebration. It is called as Deda song. It is one of the general song which will be performed in marriage or different cultural activities. This is a Damsa song. It is performed by all the people. People are familiar in giving the different kind of dances and music for different occasions. These people perform marriage songs and dances, marriage music, death music. For all ceremonies they are performing. It is their primary occupation once. And now we are going to have a distinction between the death music and also the marriage music. Now we are going to have how the beatings of the death ceremony, beatings, drums will be there, how it will be different from the marriage. Now we are going to have death ceremonies music.
और साथ के अग्गमोटो टोरिंग बोल तो बड़े सेरी किंतु जो उन्हें अगर every function, including the marriage, any rituals concerned with the deities, they will perform pen roll. That is, now we are going to have how they will be initiating the ceremony. They will be doing tattooing, and she is the woman expert in the tattooing. And the tattooing is not only for the decoration purposes, it cures different kind of diseases and ailments. Tattooing is one of the important occupation previously they used to have. They used to go from different places, they do the tattooing, with that substance they used to live. Here, in this we have 3 needles. Here also we can mention Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. These are the 3 murtis we can call as in Hinduism is a trinity. So they will use this Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara needles for tattooing purposes. And she is expert in tattooing. Now let us know about from her how tattooing will be done and how they will be living on it. Here also they have made. This is made for nervous problem and weakness also. When this became weak, they have made for her. This knee joint pain is cured. Bagai pain there? So she has got cured. That is what she is telling. You see here? So this is a uniqueness of these people. The knee joint pain, it has been done for here and it has been cured. So this is the back pain he had. He had the back pain. You can see here, this is the tattooing done. Bagai pain there? He says the pain was cured. That is what he is telling. And he has here also the arm pain. He is not able to lift the hand, and because after doing the tattooing, his shoulder pain has been cured. See, he says that he has a stomach pain. So he had here tattooing, nervous pain and stomach pain. This also has been cured. See here, it is really a wonderful and new experience for me. Tattooing is also a kind of remedy they are getting, and most of the people I have seen here, different kind of diseases and ailments also cured with tattooing. In continuation of Man in Search of Man series, presently I am in Nishani village in Utnur Taluk and Adilabad district. They are inhabiting. So these people are very, very vulnerable population living from ages in this region, and they have lost their traditional occupation. Presently they are finding difficult for their survival. They claim their status as a bridge god. Here I have observed most of the people are poverty level is too much, and I have the feeling, and I wanted to inform you to the policy makers and administrators and decision makers. First one is economy. They are very poor, and you have seen the houses also. The conditions is very, very bad. You can see the houses. They are all low roof.
During the rainy seasons and winter seasons, the Thoti face a lot of problems for their living. The Thoti are living in the worst conditions of life. They need immediate attention of providing the shelters, which you can observe here. The walls are made with the locally available wood and smeared with dung and mud paste. Most of the houses are not at all good for living conditions. They are living in a pathetic conditions which you can able to observe here. This is the way of life the Thoti people are living. First time I am observing. In my experience, I have seen almost all the primitive tribes in India, but the way of life these Thoti people are living is very, very pathetic. It is necessary that immediate action should be taken to protect these people by way of construction of houses. The government of Telangana has to take immediate action to rehabilitate these Thoti people before they extinct from the planet. You see here the way of life they are living, the conditions of living. This is the bathroom for the Thoti where they will be taking bath, and the walls are covered with the gunny bags, plastic sheets, and the cloths, waste cloths also they have covered as a wall protector for winter. You can see here the rugs are covered. This is the typical way of the Thoti where they are living. The conditions of Thotis are pathetic. It is necessary that the government has to take immediate actions to protect these people.
They had lost their economic subsistence, and now the food gathering and hunting is also becoming difficult. Previously they used to depend on for their power for the food in the forest. Now that also they lost. Now some of them are going for the daily wages as laborers, and they are finding very difficult for their survival. Very few families, 5 or 7 families, they are having agriculture land of 2 acres. Most of them doesn't have the agriculture land at all. Now they are finding very difficult for the survival. The ration they are getting, and the BPL cards they have been issued only for few families, and many of the families doesn't have the BPL ration cards. They are not able to get the subsidized rice for as a food. And I have seen here their conditions are very, very bad. So that is why many of them are requested. They are ready to go and stay outside rehabilitation if they will provide some land anywhere in Andhra Pradesh or in any state. They will go there and they will survive. That is the conditions of the living. They are requesting the policy makers to consider the request to rehabilitate somewhere and to give them the land and a house and other things for their survival. And also those having the lands, they doesn't have the irrigation facilities. That irrigation facilities should be provided for these people. That is the first one. Economy. Then coming to the health, they doesn't have a hospital nearby. 18 kilometers or 30 kilometers they have to go for the hospital. It is becoming very difficult for them. Most of the times they are going for the private doctors. He is the local medicine man. He is giving to some extent medicines by the indigenous medicines, but sometimes it is not able to work out. Then they have to go for 30 kilometers for the medical treatment, which is very expensive for them. So it is requested a PHC center should be here so that they can avail the medical facilities without issue, or otherwise a mobile medical unit should visit at least once in a week to this village to provide them the health camp so that they can able to get the treatment. Even if they will go for the outside, that is the private hospitals or the government hospitals, they are not giving the free treatment. That is one of the major problem they are facing. Third one is the water problem. During summer, all these streams and tanks will dry up. Most of the people are consuming the contaminated water. They are getting diarrhea and different kind of infections and diseases. So protected water by construction of a tank, it should be provided for these people. That is the main requirement of these people. Then coming to the education, as one of our has told that they are facing a lot of problem for getting admission to these schools. As though they are the primitive tribes, they are not able to get the admissions. Priority should be given to the primitive tribes for education, but priority is not given. They are treating on par with other Adivasis, that is the tribals only. They are not able to get the admission to the schools. Now, I request that the priority should be given and the admission should be given first to the primitive tribes, then to the other tribes. The primitive tribes and the dominant tribes takes away all the benefits because they are powerful both politically, economically, in all respects. So they are not able to, the primitive tribes not able to get the opportunities not only for education, economy, in all respects. He wanted to become a nurse and serve for their people. So this is one of the important one which I wanted to bring it not only among this tribe. Many of the primitive tribes in Orissa, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Andhra Pradesh and the northeastern regions I have visited. Many of the girl children, they wanted to become the nurses, doctors and school teachers to serve their own community, but the opportunities are very less. What I wanted to inform to the government of India and the people of India and the policy makers, those who pass intermediate by the primitive tribes, directly they should be given admission to the college level courses. Either it is a nursing or it is a college BSc or BA, MBA, whatever it may be, it should be given priority for taking them. That is why I am requesting the central universities established for the tribal education should take up such an issue. Those who have completed intermediate should be considered admission into the college level, whether it is a nursing or it is an MBA or it is a graduation or whatever course it may be a medicine. The tribal university, the priority should be given to the primitive tribes. And I request there should be a university exclusively for the primitive tribes. That courses should be designed in such a way that it should suits for the people and the needs of the tribals. Here, a tribal girl, she wanted to become a nurse, but she was not able to become a nurse. Like that, many of them wanted to become a teachers, engineers, policemen. So there are many ambitions are there. Accordingly, they should be given to the admission. That is one of the major requirement present day to elevate the status of these primitive tribes or to conserve the primitive tribes. We have to change the policies, present policies, how practically we will be doing, how practically we can able to increase this economic status for these people. Only 5 students are studying in this village. None of them are going for the schools which you have seen. Many children are drop out or they are not going for the school at all. One of the person from here is mentioning that there is no headmaster in the school. No teacher is coming for teaching in this village. That is the biggest problem. So residential schools should be established for primitive tribes separately. That is what which I wanted to propose here. That a micro project should be established separately for the Thotis and the primitive tribes. There should be a project officer exclusively for the Thotis, and he should take care of the entire population for their welfare. That is the main requirement. And many of the people, they are not able to get the pensions, old age pensions. Here he is not able to get the old age pension, he is not getting pension, he is not getting the pension. Pension is also becoming difficult. The old age women, here you can see, they were not able to get the old age pensions. So these are some of the major issues associated here for their survival. Then coming to the another issues, developmental aspects, there is no Indira Gandhi Awas or any kind of development construction of the house which has been taken place here. I didn't see any kind of development in this region exclusively for these people. So priority should be given to consider that the primitive tribes should be conserved. Otherwise, there is every possibility that these primitive tribes may extinct from the planet. You have seen the rich cultural heritage of these people, the songs, dances, and the social organization and the economy, everything is unique. They are totally different from other Adivasis. So, it is our duty, it is the duty of all of us to save this population before extinct from the planet.
My sincere thanks to Mr. Vijay Kumar for helping me in documenting this present ethnographic report for submission of the people of India, and subscribe this channel to know more about ethnic cultures of India. Namaste. Thank you very much.